So you've got your Jetson Orin Nano field kit and you're wondering, how do I boot it up? Or you're considering to buy it and you're wondering, what can this do? So to illustrate, I'm going to plug it in and you can see that it turned on from the red LED light that has popped up over here. So once the Jetson Orin Nano has had time to boot up, it should expose a Wi-Fi network that is accessible from either your computer or for your phone, called the Jetson Field Kit Wi-Fi network. I'm going to connect to it and put in the standard password, which is fieldkit123. I'm going to join the network. And as soon as I join the network, I can go to box.local within my browser. And this is a computer vision application app that does identification. You know, it's streaming straight from the camera. And it is running a live object detection model called RF that are small that RoboFlow develops based upon Coco. This is accessible from your computer or from your phone. And note that there are 8 different models other than RF that are small that can be selected if you want to rerun this. So what else can we do with it? Well, once we're connected to the same network, we can also run an SSH to either box at 192.168.55.1 to connect to the box, or I can also run SSH box at box.locale. And the username and password for the field kit is box, and the password is always box. Once I'm inside, I can then access the machine just over the Wi-Fi. If for some reason I'm not in a place where Wi-Fi works, or I take out the USB Wi-Fi adapter, I can always just plug in via USB-C and from the Jetson Orin Nano to my computer. And let's say I cut the Wi-Fi, I could still SSH into box at box.local, and that'll work fine. So the idea of this is to be hyper connective, have the computer vision running locally on the device without any network access, but still be able to transfer all the data to your other devices or to a host computer. Anyways, this is the boot up sequence for the Jetson Orin Nano. Here are a bunch of other features that I'm going to be publishing in other videos around voice assistant, around using various LLMs locally, etc. The main directory within the field kit is called the Jetson Orin Nano Field Kit directory. And this field kit directory is a public repository on GitHub that has other different example scripts and use cases that is going to be continuously updated, including new images that will be shared in the future. So I'm going to connect back to, say, a regular Wi-Fi network so I can show you the repository. Yeah, so the Jetson Orin Nano Field Kit GitHub repository has all the different assets and instructions for operating different services on the device. Think of it as more of a cheat sheet for setting things up really fast or just trying things out. So the README has a lot of documentation on what to do and how to do it. There's also releases on the side, which are various image releases that I'm going to be developing and updating over time. And for your own different use cases, such as hotspot, let's see, a local keyword server, which I may do a video about in the future, LiveKit, which is great for voice assistants, Medium, TX, which are the WebRTC live streams that go from the camera. We have Nginx configurations, Open WebUI, RoboFlow, Ultralytics, and then a script which provisions them when, let's say, if you want to reset everything to the default. System configurations that you may want to transfer and adopt for your own different use cases, such as hotspot, let's see, a local keyword server, which I may do a video about in the future, LiveKit, which is great for voice assistants, Medium, TX, which are the WebRTC live streams that go from the camera. We have Nginx configurations, Open WebUI, RoboFlow, Ultralytics, and then a script which provisions them when, let's say, if you want to reset everything to the default. Thank you for watching this video about the introduction and first boot up guide for the Jetson Field Kit. In case you're curious about the setup and how the field kits are made, here's a brief tour. So right now I'm assembling 2 different orders for the field kit. Here I have all the 3D printed parts. I've got the Jetson Orin Nanos ready to go. I've got a piece of paper, and I've also got a stack of more Orin Nanos for additional orders. Here's a large bin full of 3D printed field kits that are ready to go. Over here, I'm doing some R&D for a field kit for the Jetson AGX. So this is a Go2 Pro dog, and part of the demonstration that I'm taking to CES 2026 is an AGX that essentially controls a dog and controls this DJI RoboMaster turret that just shoots light beams. And there'll be like an illustration about how that generally works, and then there'll also be a camera attached to the back. So this is the office space located in Mountain View. Yeah, good luck and happy hacking.